Greetings and welcome into another Messages from Ori. It's day-oyabunmi. Today I'll be channeling messages about your ancestral gifts, like what ancestral gifts you were born with and are meant to exhibit in this lifetime. Before we get started, if you're interested in a tarot reading, your own personal reading on this topic or any other topic, if you are interested in learning how to read tarot intuitively, if you are interested in an Ifa reading, a Heterisha reading, Ifa-Orisa related online trainings, ebooks, things like that, check out my website, daydreamaustin.com. And don't forget to subscribe. Ashe. So, today we're using the Morgan Greer tarot deck, and I'm really excited because it has some beautiful illustrations. We're also using the Angel and Ancestors Oracle deck to look into what ancestral gifts were passed down to you over time. So because this is a collective reading, everything will not resonate. So take those things that stand out to you and leave the rest, okay? All right, great. Let's get started. So, what does the divine want you to know about what ancestral gifts have been passed down to you? Okay, let's see. Ooh, I like it. So, for someone watching, your ancestral gift is that you have come here to make magic, my dear. Like, this is not a game. You are able to pull energy from the heavens and create what it is that you want to create here on earth. Your power and will are so strong. So this is showing me that this is something that comes from your bloodline, that this is not just a fluke, right? Like something that you've kind of picked up over time in your life. This is something that has come down from your bloodline. And with the infinity symbol here, I'm seeing this may go back to your earliest ancestors. Remember, at some point, our first ancestors walked the earth, right? Who knows how many years that was ago? Some people estimate thousands. Some people say, it's been millions of years. So just know that this gift of making magic, of manifesting, of calling down from the spiritual and unseen realms, calling down energy and making it into something physical and solid and tangible. This is something that comes down, from generations and generations and generations. For some of you, you are a shaman, a medicine man, a medicine woman, a babalawo, a ianifa. You're someone who can literally shift energy. And that's something that you've gotten from your bloodline. This is an ancestral gift for you. Some of you have not taken this seriously yet. It's like you have it. Maybe you dabble in things a little bit, but a part of you is like afraid or just, not really interested in going into it fully. But this is definitely your ancestral gift. What else do we need to know about ancestral gifts for those watching? For some of you, your ancestral gift, some of you have an ancestral gift for fashion. I love the Page of Cups because the Page of Cups is just such a fancy person for me. Like if you look at how they're dressed compared to the other court cards, you would know what I mean. But for some of you who have an interest in fashion design, who can sew clothes, who can design clothes, who can put things together, put fashions together, who have an eye for like aesthetics, right? This could even be interior design. I'm seeing that is one of your ancestral gifts. If you could go back throughout history, right, and kind of look at, your bloodline and, the people who came before you, you would find people who were so very good at, putting things together, at putting fashions together, at sewing, at creating fashions, putting a house together. Like there's something just about beauty. You have this great eye for beauty and can create really beautiful pieces. I just heard works of art. For some of you, your ancestral gifts. Your ancestral gift is that you can create the most beautiful works of art. They just told me that you are actually like your own canvas. You are a work of art in your own life, like you use your body as your canvas. Some of you really adore tattoos and piercings and use them to kind of demonstrate your art, your artsy, artistic side. That comes down from your ancestors. That's an ancestral gift. Some of you also can tell when someone's going to have a baby. You have this gift of being able to project, like, hey, I know so-and-so is going to have a baby. It's going to be the next one to have a baby, and it'll be true. That's an ancestral gift. Let's get some more messages about your ancestral gifts. I hope as you're listening that you are well. So for some of you with the King of Cups out, we have the King we had the Page and now we have the King of Cups. For some of you, I'm seeing that your ancestral gift has something to do with healing. I'm picking this up as healing. You have this very keen ability that allows you to pinpoint what's wrong, with yourself or others, and what can be used to bring about one's healing. This could be through herbs. This could be through behavioral changes, right? Changes in thought patterns. This could be a type of medicine, a surgery that might work best for some, as opposed to others. But it's like you can tell what's needed to support someone's healing. Some of you may be really good at making medicine, and that's your ancestral gift. I just see you being very aware of things that many people are not aware of when it comes to healing. But also for you, some of you, your ancestral gift is like this very sharp sense of awareness when it comes to the intuitive things. Right, in terms of the intuitive and knowing things that are not, that you're not supposed to know. You have this like keen sense of intuition. And that's your ancestral gift. If you were to go back and, ask some of the elders in your family, if others had this gift, I'm sure they would be able to identify it, or you already know that there are, a number of people in your family who are seers, who are able to pick up on information. For some of you, your ancestral gift is this gift of developing wisdom. I see that over time, you've had people in your bloodline who have been very studious, who have been the possessors of great knowledge. Like you guys go out and in search of great either esoteric knowledge, occult knowledge, or just great wisdom. I see that you and members of your bloodline have taken up like long periods of study. So you're the type of person that comes from a family where people have gone for PhDs, and before PhDs existed, they were studying things for years and maybe even getting to the point where they were teachers. But your ancestral gift is a gift of wisdom, of acquiring wisdom and knowledge. Great wisdom. And they're showing me that this has been with you with your bloodline for some time. Like, your people are serious about, you know, gaining wisdom. So with the Ace of Rods here, now this can be a good or a bad thing, but you have, well, everything here can be good or bad, right? However we use it. Your ancestral gift is that you can really incite passions. So you're really good at getting people, I don't want to say riled up, but excited about things. You have like this very strong sense of persuasion. Like, you can persuade people to do things. You may be a very good public speaker. You're able to convince things. You're able to convince people to follow certain, you know, practices, to join certain beliefs. There's something about you being able to really get people on board. You have the power of persuasion and you wield it. Like, you know you have it and you use it. They're telling me that that's an ancestral gift that's been passed down throughout the generations. Like I said, there may be public speakers in your family, maybe politicians, people who have to kind of stand up and get, you know, stakeholder buy-in, who need to get other people to buy into their ideas. Your people are really good at that. Okay. For some of you, with the Justice card here, your ancestral gift is a focus on justice. Some of you, even before the law existed, were, you know, the law existed as we know it now, were keepers of the law, keepers of justice, ma'at, balance, righteousness. That's very important to you. You know, in the more recent days, you may have a number of lawyers, judges. This could be people who are also law enforcement agents, people who feel a need to uphold the justices of the world. This could be the armed forces, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force. There's something about your bloodline where there's like this need to uphold justice, you know, righteousness and balance. And it's kind of like the bloodline you come from, the ancestral court you come from, this is your work. This is your work. That's really cool. With the Page of Swords, I'm kind of getting a connection to the Hermit, but in a different way. I see that some of you, your ancestral gift is a gift of exploring thought forms. Like, you're very open to the different experiences here on the planet. You know how people will kind of get stuck in certain thought forms, beliefs, habits, and patterns? Some of you have this uncanny way of kind of seeing things from different angles, accepting new thoughts, beliefs, patterns, and things like that. Like, you're sharp. There's just a sharpness with the Page of Swords. And your sharpness doesn't come from study per se, going out and studying. Your sharpness comes from insight, right? Like intuition, but also just observation. You come from a line of people who are able to see the truth, even when it's being hidden. You just have this keen sense of observation, I'm hearing. And you know this is something that's in your bloodline. So it's like you're sharp, and you might, you know, one of your parents is super sharp, and then one of their parents is super sharp, and then you got some aunties and uncles. These people also are highly intuitive, but it doesn't come off in a mystical or spiritual way. It's like they just know stuff and they don't attribute it to spirituality. They just know they know shit, you know? And spirituality ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay, one more for here. for our ancestral gifts. The Six of Wands. Some of you come from a bloodline of like army generals, lieutenants, like high-ranking officials. This could be in the FBI, the CIA, before the FBI and CIA existed. This could have been secret societies where your people were like the high-ranking officials, and so are you. You have like a leadership ability. That's your ancestral gift. You're not supposed to be anything but a leader. And of course, you want to be a good leader, but your ancestral gift is that you are meant to lead, you know? Let's look at the Angels and Ancestors Oracle for more ancestral gifts. For some of you with the Sun card here, enjoy success and happiness, you know, the divine is like, look, your ancestral gift is joy. And I don't think some of you see that. Like, you're meant to be successful and you're meant to have happiness while you're here on the earth. And this is something that is like has been a gift throughout your ancestry. And if you are not experiencing that yet, know that that's possible for some of you. For others of you, you are embracing this already, and you know that this is your ancestral birthright to enjoy success and happiness. And I just feel like that's a general message for someone, you know, like, be happy. Okay. So some more ancestral gifts that we have here. Oh, we got a stack that just came out. We're going to take them all and wrap it up. So some of you, we have Be the Light, White Witch. For some of you, well, with it being next to the High Priestess, for some of you, your ancestral gift is that, again, you are like this mystic, this shaman. You are the High Priestess. You are, you know, what people would consider a witch, someone who can, manipulate energy, shift energy as needed. Okay, and you know that. And like I said, if you look back through your bloodline, there will be plenty of people in your bloodline who were just that, you know, who were what we called root women and root men, who practiced obia and things like that. Again, with this Lady card next to the Sun card, there's some of you where your ancestral birthright is to enjoy good things. So it says enjoy growth and reap rewards. Some of you are meant to have really good lives filled with great wealth, but I also see that some of you have the ancestral gift of gardening and farming. With the Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Some of you, your ancestral gift is that you are a keeper of the earth. You are meant to guard the earth, to protect the earth. You might actually come up with some type of invention that's going to support the earth, or maybe you'll start an organization that's going to support the earth. Ooh, shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. For some of you, your ancestral gift is that you are highly adaptable, can shapeshift and fit into any situation. This is really good for you. I feel like in the past, you've had people, this is so weird that this is coming up. You've had people in your bloodline who have been spies. They have spied to bring down the opposition. Yeah. And last, the protection guardian, drop your shield. The divine is saying that some of you are very guarded, very protective, right, of yourself and others. But your ancestral gift, right, and birthright is that you don't need to be that guarded. You don't need to be that guarded. You actually can release, drop that guard, because you are very well protected. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.